Okay. It is Sunday afternoon. This is Somedude, and I'm going to show you uh, what's it like to join Star Citizen for the first time and how exactly you do a lot of the things that you need to do the first time you start Star Citizen. So, we're going to start out. So, this is the main menu. You've got Persistent Universe, which is the big. The PU is the main game, pretty much. So that's where all the planets are, all the missions and ship interactions and people and all that stuff. That's Persistent Universe. Star Marine is the FPS module. You can play either with friends or against AI. Uh, yeah, it's a test bed for FPS combat. So if you want to just relax and do some like 6-on-6 player battles, that's where you go. Although I think it's mostly deserted at this point. Arena Commander, however, that's all space fighting, dogfighting. That's a great way to learn how to fly your ship for the first time. Because you can go in here and we'll bring up. You can do. So you select the ship that you want. I have plenty of ships. Select the ship that you want. You can customize your ship, and then you can do. If you want to just learn how to fly, do a free flight. Yeah, pick your map. And then free flight is literally that. It's you just fly around. Great way to learn how to fly a ship for the first time. But should you want to skip all that, we'll take you through Persistent Universe. So you're going to create your character first. And you have a range of heads to choose from. And what's unique about this game is that the character creation is you're blending multiple characters. So you could do this and say these are your parents. Here's the eye color. I want it. Now I'll give myself my hazel eyes. But you can do so. Say like this guy's ears better. Maybe we give him same ears. Maybe we don't. I kind of like 3/4 of the way. Cheeks. So this is all of the head on the left, all of the head on the right. So 50-50. I'll say about here. Yeah, like there. Right there. No, so we can move it around. Go. That's what the guy on the right's nose looks like. That's what it looks like if it was completely the guy on the left. So eh. We just have the hair we need to change. So we're gonna change his color. I'm rocking the gray recently. I don't know why. I think I'm just kind of accepting that fact that I'm gonna go gray at some point. And then you pick a hairstyle. Gonna give him a nice military cut. Yeah, something like that. That works. And then review it. That's what your character looks like. All the way around. Accept it. And now you can pick where you want to start. So we're going to pick the stand system. And then you've got any of the 4 planets. So you've got Orison on Crusader. Beautiful place, easily one of the most beautiful locations around. Not the best place for someone starting out. There's very limited weapons, and so each place has their own pros and cons. Orison for ship customization is fantastic because you've got I want to say it's Cousin Crows. It's Cousin Crows. You've got Cousin Crows there. They are lacking in terms of a weapon and armor shops. Lorville, you've got mission givers there. You got 2. You got Constantine Hurston. You've got Darnus Tangili. Um, the Lorville is very oppressive, so they don't really have a weapon shop. You can actually get the AO3 rifle there at Taverny and Sons, and you can actually get some good armor there. Um, but you're kind of lacking in. You don't have any ship component places to buy anything. You don't have a weapon shop. You don't really have an armor. I mean, you kind of have an armor shop, mostly a clothing shop. More clothing than armor. Area 18, which is my place I tend to visit. I tend to start out in. It's got an armor shop, a weapon shop, same shop, clothing shop, ship dealer, ship component shop, and this is all planet side. I had plenty of food purveyors to get you food and nourishment. And New Babbage, same thing. You've got weapon shop. Kind of have an armor shop. Kind of. I think you've got shoe bib, so you can only get the Ari armor. You do have weapons. You do get ship weapons within the weapon shop. That's all Omega Pro. Yeah, you don't have a ship vendor. I mean, it's kind of lacking. It's beautiful. Don't get me wrong. It's probably the second most beautiful place in Stanton outside of Orson. Personally, I've always preferred ArcCorp. That's my primary residence. So you're going to set your primary residence, and you can change this in-game so that, well, you can't change primary residence, you can change where you spawn at in-game. So you go to any medical facility and just set your regeneration point to that medical facility, and then you'll respawn there when you die. So I tend to go to Bajini Point up in the spaceport and change my regeneration place to there. That way I just spawn at the start at the spaceport. I mean the orbiting shipyard. Orbiting station, not shipyard. So you go to the orbiting station, and then when you die, you just respawn there, and then all your stuff is shared between planet and stations. So you can access everything that you bought on in the city from the station, and vice versa. But so if you also reset your character, all the stuff that you had from all the places in Stanton that you had it located at. So if you bought stuff at Area 18, at Lorville, Orison, or if you had stuff stashed at Outposts, all of that comes back, and it's all in your global inventory back in your primary residence whenever you reset your character. So, what we gonna do? Well, first when we load, this is loading screen. It's gonna take a bit. I mean, I've got a pretty beefy computer. It still takes a bit. I just kind of accept it at this point. So we are going to hop in at some point. We're going to wake up in our bed. And when we wake up in our bed, there's going to be a few things we're going to have to do before we actually take off in our ship. So I'll walk you through some of that. I mean, this is, old hat for me because I've been playing this since, oh god, like 2.0 at least. I think I may actually remember like 1.8, 1.5, something like that. I remember when it was just an Arena Commander, and that was it. And then 2.0 dropped, and we got the baby PU, where we just had Port All-Star. That was it. And we had places that we could jump to, like satellites, and they were all just set pieces. We couldn't actually fly there. We had jump there only. So yeah, now we're in 3.16, and I've got so much stuff that I can do. Okay, so you wake up like this, and you're going, where the hell am I? Oh, well, I'm in a bed. Oh, well, that's weird. How am I in a bed? Why can't I get up? So, and you're like, oh god, I can't get up. How do I get up? How can I get up? I can press all the buttons, I can't get up. Well, You can actually press 1 if you hit D, but we'll show you. You also can hit Y, which will automatically get you out of any seat. Or you could do Inner Thought, which is hold F, look over to your right, and hit Get Up. Okay, so this is your hab that you start out in. Now, if you're like me, you already have quite a shitload of stuff in your inventory, because I'm a pack rat and I carry fucking everything. So, I'm just going to sort it for now. So if you press I, it'll bring up your inventory that you see here. And then you can click the filter button so you can bring down the filters. So I think I'm going to stick with the undersuit I have on now. However, I'm going to get rid of the helmet. So I'm going to go armor, and then I'm going to filter this down. We're going to start with just helmets. Let's see what we have for helmets that I won't wear. Decisions. I was gonna say, I feel like I should have a lot more. I do have a lot more. Wow. Man, there really is a whole lot of crap I can... Yeah, we'll go with the Oracle helmet for now. Okay, then we're gonna put on some armor. So I'll show you where you can find all this in the stores, but for now, I'm giving you a brief overview of how to equip everything. So I'm gonna go with my standard outfit. So we'll do the black Orc MKX Singularity armor. So you may also want, so you can actually see the little description, so you know what the hell you're looking at. It's Artemis arm. Aha. See, so this is the Orc MKX Singularity color, which just means it's black. We're going to do some legs now. So, Arc MKX Singularity. Okay. Looks pretty badass if I do say so myself. Now we just need a backpack. Why do you want a backpack? Well, you're gonna want a backpack because you're gonna pick up a lot of shit roaming the countryside. Star Citizen. You're gonna pick up a lot of stuff. Okay, so now that I'm decked out, what do I have for weapons? I need to filter that all again because I've got way too much shit. So we're going to start with sidearms. And I don't really use my sidearm a whole lot. I'll do the Coda pistol this time. Badass. I have it just in case something terrible goes wrong. Most of the time, I don't have to worry about it, but you never know. And then, yeah, I'll do the FS9. And that's, you know what? I kind of like the AO3. I think I'm going to go with the AO3 again. Okay, and then I just need to do attachments. So what do I do for attachments? Well, so I put suppressors on everything. That's one of the things I do. So you see, so the suppressor 1s are for pistols, suppressor 2s are for most primary weapons, and suppressor 3s are for the bigger primary weapons. Although offhand I do not know what uses suppressor size 3. I'll put some field lights on some things. I can actually use. The field lights work really well, I might add. And then I just need to see scopes. Oh, 6, 8, no, yes, 8, yes, 4. So I found the it's the Bayer Telescopic X4, and you get them on the P4 rifles you find in bunker missions, and it's a fantastic scope. I can only find it in bunker missions if you pull them off the P4s. So I always have to keep a supply of those because they are by far my favorite scopes. I don't know, plus a 3x holographic on. And then we'll go utilities. What do I got for you? So you have you're gonna need a multi-tool typically. I always put the tractor beam as the default, but I also in my backpack carry a mining bit and the medical attachment. Now, the problem with medical attachment is that you actually need ammo for the medical stuff, which means I do not have one. So, I have to go get one. Oh, we got a lot of Luminalia gifts I can turn into. I'll take some fruit while I'm at it. So, I always check to see what the effects are, so I typically go for the hydrating, sometimes energizing ones. I like to have a nice variety. Okay. So F12 if you want to turn off chat. By the way, if you are stuck at any point in game, always ask in chat. We are all friendly. We will always do our best to help you out, wherever the case may be. So this is our corp. So you walk out of your hab, you walk into the main hallway here, come to the elevator, you call the elevator. So how you call it is you hold F, you click. So F is your inner thought. It allows you to interact with everything. So just gotta do F, hit the ground floor. And so with these you can actually scroll. So if you mouse wheel up or down, you can scroll through. Oh, nice. Still Luminalia gifts. Excellent. Luminalia gifts go for 250 bucks, 250 credits each. My bad. When they first came out, before they got nerfed, they were like 1,000 credits each, so you could actually make a sizable chunk of money just selling these. Just going around the city and just finding them all, selling. And they'd reappear in the same locations, so you just go back and you sell more, and you could actually just farm gifts, never leave the city once. It was great. I used to do that on Grimhex for a while. I'd spend like 20 minutes just going around Grimhex, just grabbing all the gifts I could get. I had been making, 50, 60,000. It was a good time. Okay, I think that's all the gifts in here. So, thank you, my man. I head out. So welcome to ArcCorp. This is very much a city on a planet. Or a city planet, as the case may be. When you walk out of your apartments the first time, those are your apartments. You have right across the way here, Kasaba Outlet. That's where you go get clothing, if you don't walk around in flight suit armor all day. And then you also have Cubby Blast. It's 2932. What's in Cubby Blast, you might ask? Weapons. Weapons, armor, ammo, everything you possibly want. So what you're gonna need, So I always do several batches of 5. That way you don't have to split them out from like a big bulk order. And then that way you can just toss a pack of 5 in your backpack and you're good to go. You've got your refills all set. That's just me. I will say that this takes a lot of time to get all your ammo and equipment bought the first time around. But once you have, if you do a bulk order like this, once you've got it all, you're good. You don't need to worry about it. So there's also oxypens, which, as the name implies, provides you oxygen. I have never really ever used the oxygen pen, because I've never really been out in space in EVA for such a long time that I actually lose oxygen to the point where I need it refilled. The reason why I'm only doing one at a time with the tiger claws, because you really only need one at a time, so I'll use the bulk one to fill up my suit. So attach, take the ball, and I'll show you in a moment. Just attach one, pull one from the 20 or so that I bought, and then I've got these little packs of one that I can just toss one in my backpack as a backup, and then so that was miscellaneous and personal weapons. You've got attachments where all the ammo is found. So, like I did with the med pens, I will do the ammo, which is you bring, you make a few batches of 5 to toss in your backpack as spare ammo. I mean, the ammunition's fucking dirt cheap. I mean, look at this. 5 of these is only 150 credits. I've got currently, 234,000, so I can probably buy several batches of all the ammo in the store, and it's still barely be. I'd still probably be over 200,000. And then again, after you do your batches of 5, I'll do like a batch 25. So if I do like 5 batches of 5 and a batch 25, and even 25, that's 750 credits. That's nothing. What else did I have? Some of these. I don't use this rifle nearly as much as I used to. Which is a shame, because I love this rifle. This is a great rifle. I should probably bring it out more next time. I think most of it is because I have X number of rifles. And a lot of them are not necessarily like the ones you can find out in the world normally. It's stuff that I got through the subscriber perks. So I don't want to necessarily blow it all and lose them somewhere down the line. So I'll just... And the ammo will stay with you until you reset, so you don't have to worry about it. C54, I use this quite a bit too. A lot of ammo that you buy, man. You go through a lot of ammo in this game. I mean, the upside is that it's all ridiculously fucking cheap. So, you may go through a lot of ammo and you have to resupply every, 3rd or 4th login. But it's, again, 3 or 4 logs. So then I'm also going to do... Instead of batches of 5 for the sidearms, I do batches of 3. This is your backpack batch. This is simply because I'm not going to go through, 5 magazines for my sidearm, typically, if ever. I go through maybe 1 if I'm lucky. Or unlucky that I have to be using a sidearm. You also want to get so the reflex sight, fantastic reflex sight for anyone who needs just a basic sight that don't want to use iron sights. This is a very good one. You really don't need anything much more fancy than that. For the most part, so I'm just doing my FS9 magazine, the bulk magazine first, for whatever reason, just because I already started. I'm gonna do... that's 1. That's 2. That's 3. 4. And 5. So you can also get field light here, you can get stabilizers, you can get the laser pointer. It's all to you what you want to use. I personally prefer the field lights over the laser pointer. So I do actually pick up a lot of gallant rifles, so I'm just gonna get a bulk thing of, say, 40. I'll do 2 5s. So let's see, what else do I use? I will probably, so keep in mind you're also going to pick up a lot of ammo in bunkers. So the LH86 I've seen a lot of, the Coda I've seen a lot of, the Gallant, the Karna, the P4, the C54. You will find all of those in bunker missions, either on dudes that you kill or in the loot boxes that drop. The Lumen SMG I've seen a lot of too. P4 I go through a shitload. P4 is probably my second favorite firearm that I carry with me everywhere. So I'm just gonna get 50 outright of these. This is my bulk magazine version. That's still 650 credits. I mean, this is, like I said, this is ridiculously cheap ammo. I'll get several 5s of this. And if you have any questions in chat, feel free to ask. I will be happy to answer anything that you might be wondering about. But remember, you don't have to get one of everything, but, you know, it doesn't hurt to have some. Get some mine attachments. These all go, the mine attachment, cutter, tractor beam, and the medical, who's whatsy. The tractor beam and the medical attachment all go in your multi-tool. That's another one that I use a lot of. This is another sidearm, so I'm just gonna get 25 for my bulk. And then 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Also, if you ever need suppressors, the other reason why I like Hardcorp is that they automatically have size 1s and size 2 suppressors. So you're good for both your primary and your secondary, or your primary and your sidearm. Yeah, I should probably get a couple scalpels too. I don't use this as a sniper rifle nearly as often, because you can't put attachments on it because it's double barreled. As in one barrel is over the other. Real cool and all that. You know, I'll just get 30. S71 I use a lot of. That's another one that you find a lot in bunker drops. And this is a powerful fucking rifle. Like one shot from this thing will just knock anyone out. I mean, this is there's like a worthwhile funk when you fire this. So if you're just starting out, you're not going to be buying all this ammo for all these weapons because you most likely will only be able to afford maybe one weapon. But you know, it's good to get at least into the habit of buying ammo and just stocking up on it just so that you've got it stocked. So you don't have to keep buying ammo every time that you spawn. because that becomes tedious, and you don't want to do that. So it's better to knock it out early on, so you don't have to keep going back and doing it. But that's just some dude's rule. It makes life and the frustrations you encounter in this game a lot more manageable. Okay, so primary weapons. So the reason why I like Air Corp is that Cuddy Blast carries some pretty good fucking weapons. C-54 is a great fucking SMG. You put down, I think it's like yeah, it's a 50 round magazine. You can probably unload all 50 of those rounds in, God, like less than 15 seconds. It's just, you can put so much lead down range with that thing. Same with the FS9. This is I think by far the best light machine gun. It doesn't have nearly as bad a recoil issue. It doesn't have, so the other, it's not here unfortunately. There's another, what's it? The F-55, that's right. There's the F-55 from Gemini. That it's 150 rounds, so it's got more rounds than the FS9, but it just sprays everywhere. There's no consistency. There's no easy way to get a bunch of rounds on target without spraying all around the target at the same time. So the FS9, you can cluster your shots a lot easier that way. Combat knives, you're gonna find so many freaking knives and bunkers. You don't need to buy yourself a knife. You don't need to buy yourself grenades either, because grenades, oftentimes, if they work properly, you're not going to need them because you're going to be killing them anyway. Get yourself a multi-tool. Yeah. It's still a P4. The Night Stalker is just the skin that's on it. And Scalpel's a nice one, but it's got these two barrels, one on top of the other, so you can't silence them, which is a downside. R97 you'll find a lot in bunkers as well. Basically anything that you find in this shop you will find in bunkers all the freaking time. You might want to get yourself some extra undersuits if you have one particular kind you prefer over the others. Maybe just get like, 5 or 6 of them, something like that. Just so that you've got, extras to play with just in case. But again, that gets expensive, and I do not recommend it unless you've got the money for it. I mean, same with armor. So if I do, I'm gonna need some more singularity, but I mean, 7,000 just for 10 of these. I mean, these get expensive. Okay, singularity. Okay. So now we've all this. Now we need to get some ammo on our person. So what we've got the Coda pistol. We have the AO3 and the FS9. So we got one AO3 for the backpack. One FS9 for the backpack, and one Coda for the backpack. So, okay, so 7 is the magazines in the rifle. So we could do Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 for the FS9. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll do 1 for the Coda, and then AO3, and AO3. Okay, and that is how you equip ammo. Oh, don't forget the med pens either. That would be bad. So, 1 med pen pack goes in the backpack. I put my tiger claw on my person. Oh, did I not buy a? I thought I bought a big pack of these. Well, maybe I didn't. To do that. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now, while I'm here, I might as well just buy. So it's actually cheaper by 7 credits if you buy them at the hospital instead, but whatever. Got 100 of these. Just because it'll be easier. I go through med pens every fucking time, so. There. Okay. Yeah. Okay, now we are all equipped to go out on our adventures. Now then, what do we want to do for adventures? Well, if you don't know what you want to do just yet, you can let's check out your contract manager. So you bring up your mobiGlass, check out your contracts manager. So these are the lawful missions in the general tab. These are the unlawful missions, but you might not necessarily get a crime stat doing these depending on what you end up doing. So we can always do a bunker mission. There we go. So you always want to have a call to arms on. You don't want to track it, but you always want to have it, because if it's accepted and you do any sort of mission where you encounter bad guys who are actually criminals, so they automatically show up as red. If they're ships, they automatically show up as red. If they're NPCs, they'll just start shooting at you. But if you kill them, you get more money. So, nice way to help. Okay, yeah, we'll do a security contract. Do that one, and then I think there's, yeah, let's do the bounty trial. I'll do some bounties while I'm at it. And then silly kitties. So the suspect apprehension is going after players. The bounty contract, what's it called? The tracker is NPCs, just so you know. But I mean, you can do delivery missions. So this will get you in with Kovalex, and you can start ranking up the Kovalex by doing more and more delivery missions for him. And this works with Olympus Principle to get Zea Prolate on board. Zea Prolate is volatile, and so it will explode if you don't get back in time. This is just taking waste out beyond a location they picked up from far enough away that you can just dispose of it. That's it. That's all it is. And occasionally you'll get contacts from the seedy underworld, like you'll get contacts from mission givers, technically. So if you do some personal contracts, or if you get a crime stat and then you clear it, you might get contact from Twitch or Darnley. Clovis Darnley, or, I mean, really anybody. So actually, while I'm here, I'm gonna go. So this is Zone 2. So here, you've got the TDD, which is where you go to trade, the Trade Development Division. You've got the ArtCorp building, which is also where you can trade. If you go down there, that'll take you to another set of shops, and I'll take you there after I go sell this. So we're going to ArtCorp. I'm going to sell all the Luminalia gifts I've got. I've got quite a few. So, by the way, so when you're running, so if you may notice that you walk like this slow when you first start out, and this might be annoying as hell to walk this slow because you're not going to take anywhere, get anywhere quickly. What we can do, so you're not sprinting around like an idiot. Instead of pressing the sprint button, scroll your mouse wheel up, and it'll increase the okay then. Yeah, so what else I got? Huh. Okay, you can get actually some decent money for those. Ah, Rantadon. That's what I should be getting more of. Oh no, Rantadon is a hot commodity. So, Golden Medman, Pitampu, both can be eaten. That's actually two of the three things I've got. I forget what the Proto is. Hey! Yeah, if you take too long selling stuff, it'll boot you out. Let's do Luminalia gifts. See, 32. That's 131 Luminalia gifts, so 32,000 is not bad. I mean, that more or less made up for all the crap that I just bought for all the all the armor I just bought. So there you go. Yeah, so I got nothing left. Okay. So you can change your gait or walk speed with the mouse wheel. So I'll do 1 click, 2 clicks, 3 clicks, 4 clicks, 5 clicks, 6 clicks, 7 clicks, 8 clicks, 9 clicks, 10 clicks, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. There you go. This is how you jog without without having to sprint. You're still not running around like a rabid monkey, but, you know, you look a little bit more normal. And this way you can blend into the NPCs when bounty hunters come looking for you. Because that will be a thing, and you're going to want to blend into the NPCs. Which is also why you need to start learning to wear clothing instead of your armor whenever you go into a city. I'm going to take a back alleys here. I'm going to show you... Aha! This is Zone 3, I think, of Area 18. In Zone 3, this little bridge. And from here, you can wave hi to any passengers on the tram that just passed you. From here, you can go to Dumper's Depot, where you can get ship components, so your coolers, your quantum drives, some paints for your ships, depending on the ship. Coolers, quantum drives, power plants, some weapons, and there's another component there. Oh, shield generators. That's right. And Astro Armada, which is your local ship vendor. So what can you get? Astro Armada, you get pretty much you can get a lot. Now this is just to buy. If you want to do rentals, which also exists, you want to go to the spaceport, and I'll show you that when we get there. So this is Astro Armada. It's a fancy little ship dealership. Well, this has actually been in since the social module, which used to. Social module was before we got planet tech, or before we actually got planets that we can fly down to. Social module was their test bed for how the cities were going to be like, and this was actually in the original social module. So you can then go by manufacturer. So we've got say you want the Nox, or if you wanted the was there an anvil that I wanted? Oh, they do with the ballista. So say you want to work up to, I don't know, a Carrack. Well, now you know that if you want a Carrack, you're going to need to start saving up $26 million. Or 26 million credits, rather. So I'm more of an Asperia fan. I actually really like Prowler and the Talons. I think I might want a Talon Shrike. If I want a Talon Shrike, I'm going to need 2.2 million. I might actually do. I've got myself an EX. Is there anything from Origin I want? No, not really. If you want the 890 jump, which is the space yacht, you need to save up 32 million. Or you can do. I think the Grey Cat PTP is the only thing I've actually bought in game, and that was just because it was 5,000 credits. I mean, it was dirt cheap. Totally worth it because then you got a little golf cart and just drive around with a golf cart everywhere. So, okay, so we have seen everything there is to see in the city. Now you want to go out and do some missions. Well, now you need to figure out how to get to the spaceport. So how do you get to the spaceport? So, in order to get to any spaceport in the cities, you need to find the public transit system. Because the public transit system will take you to other areas of interest, such as the shipyards on Orison, or the Central Business District on Lorville, or the Convention Center on Microtech. Man, he's still there? Got a face full of Hawk right there. Anyway. So you're going to want to go to the public transit system. So where is the public transit system on our corp, you might ask? Well, it's a good question. Oh, weird, I forgot to show you two other places. So this is the hospital that is actually in ArcCorp for the very first time with 316. That's where you will spawn until you change your spawn location somewhere else. And there's also G-Lock Bar. And what is the G-Lock Bar? Well, it's a place where you can go and have yourself a drink. Are they closed? They might be closed. Well, that's a shame. Come on, guys, we can do it. Open the door for us. No? Okay. Apparently they're closed. But you can go in there and you can get yourself a drink, and you can actually get yourself hammered. To the point where your character will actually stumble around drunk. And drive drunk. Or fly drunk, as the case may be. Don't fly drunk. Terrible. Anyway. So, you're on ArcCorp. You need to go to the spaceport. Well, okay, once you get to the Cube Plaza, which is ArcCorp Plaza, you want to follow the signs to City Flight Travel. See, this guy's got the right idea. You just want to follow the signs. So, the nice thing about Star Citizen is that the signage is fantastic. There are signs for every fucking place you want to go to. So you want to go to Area 18 Spaceport, so you follow this down. We're going to speed up just a little. We're not going to sprint like madmen, but we're going to speed up just a little. That guy that was running, he got there before us, and he's waiting here. And if you look, this is the inside of G-Lock Bar, so you can actually sit in G-Lock Bar and watch people get on the trams. It's kind of amusing. So we just wait here. Tram will be here in 1 second. Or 7 seconds, sorry. Tram is here. 2, 1, and 0. Look at that. You've got like 20 seconds to get in before the tram takes off.
Tram now leaving the station. Stand clear of the doors.
How's it going, buddy? Nope, he doesn't want to talk to us. Apparently not. That's a shame. So now you just sit back and enjoy the ride. But I'll guarantee you that every single, you just log off? Oh no, it's right there. Every single, whatever it is, tram, what have you, with the exception of, I think, the Orison Sky trolleys, every single one, your destination is always on the opposite side that you got in on. So we got in over here, so our destination will be over here when we get off. So in the meantime, enjoy the view. And whatever it is this guy's doing. What's up? Is it a pain in the ass to take public transit to get to the spaceport to get your ship? Yeah, maybe a little. But you have to remember that everything is in real distance, so you're not gonna, leave the spaceport and suddenly come out to the city.
Now arriving.
Because they're not gonna put a spaceport in the middle of the city. Just like they don't have airports in the middle of the city. So get out the spaceport. All the signs. We'll speed up a little bit too. So, one thing, the other reason why you use the mouse wheel jog as opposed to sprint is sprinting will kill you if you go upstairs. Not always, but you have a very increased likelihood of dying if you sprint upstairs. Do not sprint upstairs. Do not sprint up ramps, do not sprint upstairs. And by sprint I mean hold down shift and go up. Don't do that. Never do that. That is a terrible idea. Okay. So you follow this all, and you come to this station, and you're like, huh, well what do I do now? Well, so you got rentals over here, so if you want to go buy yourself a rental, you can come over here and you can go rent a ship. And each spaceport has different selection, just as each vendor has a different selection of ships to buy. Each rental place in the spaceport will have a different selection. Or each rental kiosk in the different spaceports will all have different selections that you can choose from. You can go through all the manufacturers, or you can just pick, the one manufacturer that you want. And you can rent it for 1 day, 7 days... 1 day, 3 days, 7 days, I think a month. I mean, the rentals are a great deal. You should always rent if you're looking for a ship that you want. So, then you come over here to say you either rented a ship, you bought a ship, or you just want to pull the ship that came with your package. So you want to go to the ship-to-ship console, this little thingy here. It's underneath the big ArcCorp flight path thing. Flight path map. And you just find the ship that you want to fly out on. So I think I'm going to fly out on a Freelancer Miss. Why do I want the Miss? Well, Miss is a fun ship. It can beat the crap out of people. I mean, it carries a shitload of firepower. So you're going to see it's a Hangar 1. You can see in the little icon. Freelancer Miss, Hangar 1. So we go... So... That was where we retrieved the ships. We go beyond this, go down here, follow the signs of the hangars, go to the hangars. Take the elevator to the hangar. So we want to go Hangar 1. So you come here, flip to Hangar 1. And it'll take you over to Hangar 1. And you get out, you'll see that you are in fact in Hangar 1. You walk out, and there's your ship, ready to go. So with the freelancers, you've got two ways you can enter. You can enter through the cargo bay, or you can enter through the ladder. I'm going to go through the ladder this time. Why? Because it takes a lot to go. The problem with the freelancer is that there are like four components to the ship, and each one has like the slowest fucking door to recognize that you're actually there and open for you. So quick, fun little tidbit for you. Yeah, see, there's like door here, door back there, ramp. So fun fact is that you can actually. So if you hold down, you'll see you'll get the option to open door. However, if you just like lightly tap it, and you know that the button's there, it'll automatically do whatever the first command is. Now if you hold it and let go, it doesn't do anything. But if you tap it, and it highlights it, you automatically go inside. So, you are now in your ship. Well, if you notice everything's off, how exactly do you start your ship? So first thing you do is you press power. You turn on the power. So you can either power on through this, or
Hello, how can Miss help you today?
you press U as in unicorn. And then you also need to turn on your engines. So,
Engines off.
you can either do the same thing over here,
Engines on.
or
Engines off.
you press I as in Irene,
Engines on.
and that'll turn the power, and that'll turn your engines on. Now you've got engines on, you've got engines off,
Engines
power
off.
off. A third way
Off.
is you hit a button called flight ready, and it'll do both.
Hello, how can Miss help you today?
So,
Systems on.
oh yeah, so I just turned on my lights. So, you've got running lights, which are always on lights, and you also have your headlights, which you turn on by pressing L as in light. Okay, so now you need to figure out how the heck to get out of here. Well, there are two. You have to contact air traffic control. So you can either do it through the MFD system, which is you go into comms, you call landing services, or the easier way to do it, because sometimes MFDs don't always work, is you press F11, and F11 it just takes you to your comlink in your mobi-glass, and you go in friends, and then you'll see Area 18 landing services, and you just click the little button there to initiate a chat with them, and away you go. So, for mouse and keyboard, all I did was press spacebar to go up. I also have I'm currently running with a HOTAS, so I've got a joystick to play with. So if you want third-person view, you just want to press F4. So F4 does third-person view, and then C is cruise control. So C will get your thrust up to whatever level you have your throttle set to. So if I push my throttle back, and you can do this with your mouse wheel, it will adjust your throttle accordingly, or adjust your speed accordingly. So I'm currently going at 137 meters per second. This is your altimeter. These are your weapons. This is your weapon, your gimbal status. So you've got lock, and then if you press G again, you'll do auto. So if you get the targeting pip within the circle, it'll automatically go to where the target pip is, and your guns will automatically start firing at the target pip. And then target is if you get it, it'll go to whatever target chip you have that it can move towards. And lock is just gimbals are in lock position, so you have to move your ship into the pip in order to shoot it accurately. So, I'm just gonna leave it unlocked for now. So you want to so if you're curious about rotating, it's Q and E. W is forward strafe, so moving a straight line forward. S is moving a straight line back. E is moving a straight line to the left. So always facing forward, you're just strafing to the left. D is strafing to the right. Space is strafing upwards. Control is strafing downwards. X is space brake. V is scanner. B is quantum drive. C is cruise control. N is landing gear, and you can actually see it all over here. So there's your landing gear indicator. ESP is basically if you're going too fast and you start to brake, it'll go beyond G save, I believe. And then the CPLD is coupled mode. What coupled mode is that if you or say you're in space and you are decoupled, then you keep going in that direction at that speed without slowing down. If you're in coupled mode, then the moment that you take thrust off, or you take your finger off thrust, it will bring you to a halt. If you're in coupled mode, it will bring you to a halt immediately if you stop putting gas on it. Whereas decoupled mode is just, you keep going in that direction, so you can actually like spin around, and you'll still be going in the direction that the vector that you're going at. So it's kind of like it's kind of a more Newtonian way of flying, I guess. So we have a mission that we have to go to, don't we? There's the little mission marker. So we're gonna press B to turn on our quantum drive, and we're gonna point. So there's a little spot. So you see these triangles. They're for your quantum drive UI. Those don't necessarily have to line up. It's the, see a little dot in the center, and that's, or a little crosshair in the center, and that crosshair is actually where your ship is pointing, and that is what you need to get pointing at your quantum marker in order to calibrate, because you need, or in order to, yeah, calibrate. And then you're going to do this again. See, like if I go, you know, it's, some of these are worse than others, like the Cutlass Black. You've got like the quantum, you know, the quantum icon like up here, but the ship direction pointer is like down here, and this is the one that you need to connect, that you need to point to the quantum location, even though you want to point, you just instinctively want to point the quantum UI at it. That's not what you want.
Quantum travel complete.
Okay. Now that you're on your way, you can just press B again to turn quantum drive off. And you're just gonna fly down. So, how is it that how is flying? Okay, well, if you're in SEM speed, which is safe combat mode, I think, or safe combat maneuver speed, it's the white part of the line. Anything over the white part of the line, you're going faster than your maneuvering thrusters can safely maneuver in. So if you were to go like really fucking fast and then say brake, it's going to take a while, and if you turn, you're going to experience G-forces. It's going to be a pain in the ass to move. And you can actually fuck up your engines if you do that too much, because you'll overstress the engines. You can actually black out if you, say, are spinning around at top speed. It's tougher to maneuver this way if you have it all the way up. So, we are on approach. You can kind of see that flashing light in the distance. That's actually the top of the facility. So, we're actually pretty low to the ground too. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna actually find ourselves a crater. Because I will guarantee you, there are gonna be turrets at this location. They're not gonna be happy that we have us flying into this location. So I'm gonna see if I'm gonna scout the area. Let's see if I can find myself a crater that is deep enough. Nope, that is not deep at all. Scratch that. This one, however, I think should have a nice deep ring. Oh wait, this is protection, isn't it? Yeah, this is protection, so they're not gonna shoot me. I can just roll up to the front. Forgot about that. I've been doing too many go kill bounty in this bunker mission, in which case all the turrets are bad, and they all attack me. But just in case, so when you land planet side anywhere, whether it's in a friendly spot or not friendly spot, what you want to do, you want to shut your engines off, and you want to press and hold F7, because that's going to move your power triangle all the way to 100% shields. So you want to do it at 100% shields just as a backup, and so you've got some time to come in, rush in, hop into your cockpit, turn on your engines, fly the fuck away if trouble shows up. If you want to reset your power triangle, you can just hold F8. F8 will automatically reset it. If you want to just incrementally move it towards one direction, you could F5 moves it towards weapons, F6 moves it to engines, and F7 moves it to shields. So we're just going to move it to shields, hold Y to get out, or you can do inner thought and look to your right and get exit seat. You can do that too. And then we're going to go exit ship. Always do exit ship if you can, just to avoid the potential of a bug killing you if the ladder of death comes back. You know, these are all common bugs I've run into. The ladder of death used to be a killer one. You never go on the freelancer ladder because of that. You always went up the ramp because the ladder would always come out and kill you. If you do like an exit ship command, just click it and let the animation take over. Don't try and speed up the animation or force it or whatever, because that'll just end up killing you in the process. So now we're going to do a bunker mission. So we've already got 2 hostiles dead because there are friendlies here. So there are friendlies and there are bad guys. In ArcCorp, the friendlies are wearing white in red. The bad guys are wearing teal in red, or aqua in red. Don't kill the bad guys, because that'll give you kill the bad guys. Oh shit. Yeah, that guy is a bad guy. That guy's a bad guy. Like, shit. He tried. He failed, but he tried. So, I gotta run down, grab some cover. Hope we don't get shot.
Okay, that's not good.
Ah, I just got 3 of them. Nice. That means there's 1 left. No, we just have to kill the last guy instead. Where is he? Who is he? Who knows? Oh. I think he's upstairs, actually. Yeah, see, these are the Crusader, or, our Corp guys. Wearing red and black, I guess? Red and white? Red and black. Pretty easy to get screwed up with these guys. So there you go, you just completed your first contract. You're now in with Blackjack, and you can go looting. So I'm gonna grab some of this. Always grab grenades for grenade launcher, grab some missiles for missile launcher. Grenade 1, grenade 2. Ah, we have a 3rd rifle. You may have to just bug out and bug back in of the loot crate in order to make sure that you actually got the loot, because sometimes it takes a bit to refresh. You're like, oh yeah, no, I totally got that. So 5, SMG. Nothing really interesting. You, like I said, you can find a lot of weapons in here, you can find a lot of ammo in here. It's all just a look at the draw, really. Find little Nalia gifts. Ooh, railgun magazine. Probably need that at some point, just to have. I'll sell the Heart of the Woods, see if I can get anything for it. Okay, so I'm gonna do some looting. These are not. Oh, the emotion flag. Huh. So what you're looking, the best loot crates are not necessarily this. This is all like small crap, mostly fruit. And sometimes you'll get pistols, sometimes you'll get weapon sights, ammo. But for the most part, you get fruit. If you're lucky, you will find. Let's see if I can find it for you. You will find. Oh, I totally forgot to mention, when you're quantum traveling, in order to get to anywhere, in order to quantum jump to a place, you need to press and hold B, which is your quantum drive button. So you hold it and then release to launch. Once everything's calibrated and your drive is spooled up, and then you just fly there. So I think I've covered almost everything that you could possibly want for the first like hour of your life in Star Citizen. I hope you enjoyed this. I I'll probably be doing a bit more in the stream, but I think for now I covered everything that I need to cover to get you out the door and off in your ship for the first time. So, I think I'll probably leave it at that. Grab myself a couple of helmets. Actually, my ship's outside. It may just load up on stuff. Yeah, just because, as one does. My cat is begging me for something. I'm pretty sure it's dinner time for her. I guess it is dinner time for her. Tummy clock is very good. Okay. I guess, well, actually, you know what? I'm not done yet, because I can show you how to take all your loot that you picked up, whether it's bodies or whether it's weapons or what have you. We'll just bring it into the, I like the forward fire helmets. They're a good helmet. I have a lot of these. Sorry, just asked my wife if she could feed the cats for me. Okay, so you've got, I mean, so you can get the Ramager twin shotgun. You've got the C55, C54. I mean, even on the bodies, you've got ammo. I mean, they all carry their primary weapon ammo. That's why I said you load up on P4s and C54s. At least I do. Yeah, wow, those are all shotguns and C54 guys. Huh. I was expecting more P4s. Oh, that's disappointing. Also, I don't have any rare loot boxes. That's also disappointing. So in the rare loot boxes, they're red with like a black cover. I wish there was an example here. That I could use to show you what they look like. But they typically contain rare armor or unusual or like one-off armor. So you can find a lot of subscriber flare. Like I found the Mandalorian helmets a few times there. I found some rarer weapons. Mostly, it's the helmets that I care about, so I'm gonna tractor beam this. So what am I going to do? I'm going to let's send these out over there. so they're all set for me when I go over there. If I had a second person, I'd have them play catch if I pitch it to them. So I'll show you how we load these up. Okay, so you pick one up, press inventory, and then if you can just, there we go, grab the box, drag it over to your vehicle inventory. Box, vehicle inventory, box, press I, vehicle inventory. You can also toss in all the crap that you picked up that you don't necessarily care about. Yeah, this is all the goodies that you picked up. So, now that's out of the way, you can continue on your merry way. So, like I said, there's a lot of doors to go through just to go from the cargo hold to your cockpit and a freelancer. I love this ship. Okay, so turn the engines back on, reset our shields back to 0, toss the landing gear up, turn on cruise control, and away we go. So if you want to know how to rotate the camera, hold Z and move your mouse button. If you want to go back to where it was, hold F4 and press the star on your numpad. Okay, so if you remember, we had some other missions that we have to do. So this one's also over in Lyria, which is where we are. So we are going to fly back out to an own point. So it used to be that once you got into atmosphere, you could just click on a place and go. You certainly can. It is not recommended because it doesn't always work. And what I mean by that is that your quantum drive doesn't always trigger. So what you want to do is you want to find an OM point, or an orientation marker. There are 6 of them for every celestial body, 4 around the equator and 1 at each pole. So 1 and 6 are the 2 poles, and then 2 through 4 are around the equator. And then, let's see here, where, aha. And once you're at the home point, figure out where your location is, point it to it, calibrate, and then press and release, or press, hold, and release your quantum drive, so B, as in Bravo. And then you'll fly to your destination. So this is what's called spline jumping. That's what it is that you're jumping on a spline around a planet. Or moon, in this case. Okay, So we got there, we're going to turn off our quantum travel. Now we're going to do some dogfighting. I want to show you the basics of combat. So, left mouse button, primary weapon. Right mouse button, secondary weapon. I don't have a secondary firing group. So, sorry, fire group 0, fire group 1 is your left mouse button. And the middle mouse button, aha. If you click it, it takes you into missile operator mode. I forget how you change it. So I played around with all my settings, all my keybinds for my HOTAS. So I know what is in HOTAS, so you can, change your missiles that you want to use, how many you want to fire at once, up to 4. That might be overkill. I kind of want to dogfight this guy, so I'll take you off missile operator mode for now. Just gonna speed it up just a little bit. But we're still, 10 clicks out. Pull back. Once we're under 10 clicks, we kind of want to go SEM mode. If you want to scan, you can scan. You might pick up your target location. So I think that's probably this cluster of stuff. Nope, it was a rock. Never mind. Oh, you know what? This might be another bunker mission. In which case, I'm gonna have to find a place to land. And now my other cat is now up and wanting to, I don't know, do something. Sorry. Oh god, my cat almost killed me. Yep. Okay. Let's see if I can find a nice spot to lie down. This looks like a nice little ravine. Getting close. Not close enough. Ow. That might have hurt. Trying to find a nice, relatively fat place that also has okay. So I'm gonna turn off our engines. And I'll go with the ladder this time. Okay. Which one? First one's the empty one. So, oh yeah, first one's the empty one. We'll just drop the empty magazine because we don't need it. So I've got the helmet light on, as I also have my the fuel light on my weapon. So to turn the weapon light on, you press U, as in Eureka. Oh yes, I know Eureka spelled with an E. How about U as in your mom? No, doesn't work. Okay, U isn't something. Unicorn, I guess. So why am I using the sniper rifle? Well, now why am I using the sniper rifle? Sniper rifle's fun. It's kind of like a bolt action rifle. It's like you're clearing. It's like you're doing COD all over again with the M1. It's fun. Brings me back, man. That's just a long ass fucking barrel right there. Be careful, because I actually have had bad guys show up like right outside the elevator. Like, what the hell are you guys? Never walk up here. Okay, looks like he's on the floor above me. Man, that guy took forever to die. Amazingly enough, I don't think I've set off any alarms.
You screwed with the wrong people.
Okay, I'll just kill the bounty. Well, as like every other person in his crew.
Okay.
This is why I say always make sure you have Call of Arms on, because you just got $1,000 for killing this guy. Man, so many bodies. Before you start looting, always make sure the place is clear. Try to crouch, because crouching is silent.
Stop me for a sec.
Sometimes you find loot crates back here, sometimes, most of the time you don't. Sometimes you find guards back here. No, nothing of value. There we go. I think that guy was not there when I walked in. Aha, see that's the rare, that's the loot crate that gives you rare loot for the most part. Yep, okay, I think we're clear. Sweet. Yeah. Not a color I've ever seen in the wild. Interesting nonetheless. Hmm. Hmm. I discovered that Ratadung's very, very profitable if you find the right amount. And then, is there anything else? Yeah, screw it. I'll get myself a knife. There's no need for it, but I'll get myself a knife. As shown earlier, you can actually sell all the fruits and comports and whatnot to the city admin area, I believe. Not necessarily the TDD. Blue Bilva, that's what it is. Those are good because they rehydrate you. So yeah, you can get all this. This is the other loot crate. This is where you normally find good weapons. And you do actually. You get the shotgun. I'm not saying you're gonna make a crap load of money off fruit, but you can make some money. Not the best, but hey, better than nothing. I got another, rare loot crate. I haven't opened it. What's inside? Ooh, a backpack. Ooh. I'm just gonna have to take that with me. Like I'm holding a baby. I don't really care for the baby. No, get this off of me. And now we just fucking hightail it back to our ship. When it comes to clearing out bunkers that are not necessarily friendly, so the turrets fire back at you, I tend to park as close as I can in a crater as close as you can possibly get to the bunker. Because if you're in a crater, you're mostly safe, because the walls of the crater should keep any laser shots from hitting your ship. Last thing we're going to show you is how to reset your regeneration spot. So where you respawn should you die. Because I also have to unload all this stuff anyway. So I think I'm going to go there and then log off. Call it for now. So. Gonna get back on our ship. Gonna load those into the vehicle. Turn around. Close the door. One door. Two door. Three door. Four door. Ho door. Now we turn the engines on. Take off. So there you go. And that, my friends, is how you do a bunker mission. Okay, we're gonna use the star map. So if you press F2, brings up your star map. It's a shitty star map at the time. Maybe we get a new one soonish, maybe. Whenever they decide to implement the new star map in game. So I just set course to ArcCorp, and that just brings up where the quantum. It's also a quantum path for you. So I have to go OM6. So I've got a clear shot of ArcCorp because I'm too far around the moon for this. So this will take me to one of the poles, and then you follow the arrow at the top, and it'll take you to ArcCorp. Gonna fly to ArcCorp.
Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete.
And then from ArcCorp, so we're now at ArcCorp. I need to find Area 18 is. Okay, so Area 18 is on the other side of the planet, so I need to find an OM point for that side of the planet. I believe that's one. That's OM5. That's in the wrong direction though. If I find OM point over here, that might be a better direction to go to, I think. There we go, OM3. So we're currently along the equator.
Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete.
So we need to do one more point, so there's another OM point. It's OM6.
Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete.
And then... aha. So if you're in blue and not dotted, you're on the right side of the planet. Which means that a genie point is available for us because it's not obstructed by the planet, because we're not trying to pass through the planet to get to it.
Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete.
On there. And now we just need to fly our way in until we get a, hey, contact ATC to land, which when we contact ATC, they'll give us a landing pad to land on, and we can go land. Got Navy patrolling. It's always a good sign.
Thank you, and please visit again.
Intake. I'll try that again.
Please proceed to
There
assigned
we go.
landing bay.
Landing gear down.
Okay, now I'm just gonna come in for a nice smooth landing. Or as smooth a landing as I can get. Oh, God damn it, I still have cruise control on. I'm really a much better pilot than this. This is amateur power. Make sure you do not have cruise control on when you go in for a landing. I just land. Touchdown. Shut off the engines.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
Repair, refuel, all that. So if you want to repair, refuel, you open your Moby class when you land, go into vehicle maintenance services. Then you get out. And while you're out, before you leave your ship, you can go into your vehicle inventory, switch to your local inventory. Personally, I would just turn on commodities because that's blank and you don't run the risk of picking up something that you may have highlighted when you let go. I'll toss all this in here. It'll automatically sort out into its correct category. And then your personal. Do the same thing. But yeah, Luminalia gifts. Rantadung. Because I like carrying shit in my pockets. Bingo. Now you can exit your ship. I will go show you how to regenerate. So you take the elevator back. And up to this point, this is something you should do anytime before you log out. You want to fly back to a station, land, go into, refuel, unload all your equipment that you don't want to carry with you again. And then you go back into the vehicle retrieval console, find the ship that you were just flying, which is the MISC Freelancer Miss. Store it. And I'll store it so it's not on the pad. It will be stored in that location. So you don't have to worry about losing it. And then we just have to find the hospital. So there are the elevators to get to the Galleria and everything. That's where you spawn. Easy hab. Here we go. Medical clinic. So we're gonna check in. Live stage room 1. Okay, so we need to go to room 1. So we go down here. And we look for room 1. Room 1. So if you need patient care, you lie down in the bed. If you need to heal yourself, or you just go to the little computer screen and hit change primary residence for regeneration, and there you go. So if you do respawn, I learned this not that long ago, I'm a dumbass for not knowing this, your bed also is a storage container. And inside, you typically will have, I think they give you a free undersuit and helmet if you die without one. So, there you go. This was your first foray into Star Citizen and all the things that you should do the first time out that you're doing them. So, I'm Somedude.